What's up, everybody? It's Dapper Day week, which is why I have such crazy hair and makeup. I was doing my Dapper Day makeup and hair test today because I'm getting ready. Pumped and ready. Mom's spaghetti. Anyway, this week we are bringing you videos all about Dapper Day, how to prepare, what to do when you're there, how to have the best time, and so I'm taking this opportunity to talk about something I'm really passionate about, cosplaying at Disneyland, and how you shouldn't do it. So I've made a video about this on my personal channel where I go into the differences between Disney bounding, cosplaying, and cosbounding, how they're different, which ones you're allowed to do at Disneyland, spoiler alert, it's just Disney bounding, and why cosplaying at the parks is a problem. So this is kind of gonna be a companion video. Be sure to watch that one if you're at all confused about the definitions herein. But let's talk about how you can avoid accidentally cosplaying at Dapper Day. I get it. Dapper Day is an out of the ordinary day where you're already wearing things that you probably wouldn't wear on the regular. It's very easy to just kind of trip and fall into a cosplay even if that's not your intention. Dapper Day is probably one of the biggest days at the parks where people break the rules and wear cosbounds or cosplays to the parks. So how can you make sure that your outfit is a Disney bound and not a cosplay? My number one tip: don't wear a wig. Lots of people, for some reason, feel like you have to wear a wig on Dapper Day, and you 100% don't. Wigs are a classic costume accessory, and I want to make it very clear that when I say you shouldn't wear a wig, I am of course not talking about people who have illnesses that make them lose their hair, people who are losing their hair over natural causes, people who wear wigs on the daily. If you're someone who wears a wig regularly for any reason, this does not apply to you. If you wear a wig every day, then obviously your Disney bound is going to include a wig. But even so, to all people, even people who wear wigs every day, if you are styling that wig to look specifically like a Disney character, that's cosplay. Newsflash, you don't have to have the same hair color as the character you're Disney bounding. There's a difference between a styled character wig and a regular wig. Aurora has very iconic curled bangs and long ringlets. You can wear a blonde wig without it looking like an Aurora wig. Better yet, if you don't have to wear a wig, don't wear a wig. There's a lot of people who think because it's Dapper Day that you can just wear a wig. I see a lot of people being like, well, I don't want to style my own hair. I'm bad at styling my own hair, so if I have a wig styled, it's a way around that. Come on, none of us know how to style our hair, for the most part. The other big thing that I see happen a lot on Dapper Day are people bringing in costume props. You shouldn't be bringing props in to Disneyland, and there's a big difference between an umbrella, a cane, a special hat, and those are all kind of very dapper items. There's a difference between those things and a literal Captain Hook hook, or Rapunzel's frying pan, a genie lamp, like an actual genie lamp. The way that I deal with not being able to have props that make my Disney bound more obvious is getting accessories that are made to look like those items. For example, if I were to do a Winnie the Pooh Disney bound, maybe I would look for a purse that looks like a honey pot. Maybe I would look for a purse for Mickey Mouse that is shaped like cheese. Purses come in all shapes and sizes, and it's really easy now to find purses that look like actual items. Another way are little pins or brooches that you can wear on your outfit that signify kind of who you're dressing as. Could be a skull for Jack Skellington. It could be Aladdin's lamp. It could be the genie's lamp if you were doing an Aladdin Disney bound or a genie Disney bound. I'm sure they make like bedazzled, beautiful brooches for men and women, and it's another way where it's like that is a classy item that you would wear on Dapper Day and stops you from bringing a literal genie lamp into the park. And finally, and I've gone over this a tiny bit, but just calling something a Disney bound when it's very clearly a cosplay, it's just very prevalent on Dapper Day. A lot of times people will wear princess dresses that look literally exactly like a princess's dress, but it's shorter, maybe it's off the sleeve, maybe it's like a halter, it's cut different, but otherwise it's like exactly the same dress. The overall goal of not cosplaying at Disneyland or any Disney park should be to not look too much like a character. And this, people ask me all the time, they're like, what about animal characters? What about characters that don't have meet and greets in the park? Kids don't know who does or does not have meet and greets in the park. Animals, I understand that no one is maybe logically gonna think that you're actually a Disneyland character because you're a human dressed as an animal. That doesn't mean that you should still go against the rules that Disney parks have set out for us to follow. No costumes are allowed for anyone over the age of 14, and we need to respect that. And it does get frustrating, of course, when people get in with no problem and Disneyland doesn't necessarily enforce the rules the same for each case. It obviously depends on who you get at the gates or who sees you when you're inside the park, but we need to respect the rules and respect character integrity. Like I said, I go way more into the differences between Disney-bound, cos-bound, and cosplaying in the video on my channel, and I also talk about mostly why it's detrimental. So if you're confused, go check out that video. This was just a video to explain kind of the big rule breakers that typically happen on Dapper Day and how you can avoid accidentally cosplaying on Dapper Day, because I know none of you are trying to break the rules. And I hope it was helpful, and I hope you guys all have a very safe, well-hydrated Dapper Day weekend coming up. And for those of you in Walt Disney World, yours is coming up just as soon. I hope you guys have the best time. Also, enjoy Dapper Day week. We have a lot of great information for you guys coming about different parts of Dapper Day and how to make the most of your experience. Of course, don't forget, as Patrick mentioned in his video yesterday, we'll be having a meetup at the Dapper Day Expo on Sunday at 2 p.m., 2 to 3. So be sure to come say hi to us at that time, because that's the best place to catch all of the Thingamavloggers all together. And have a great week, guys. I'm really excited for Dapper Day, and I can't wait to see so many of you there. Bye!